And we are back. Welcome to Catholic Drive Time. This is your host, Adrian Fonseca. And thank you for joining us. We are so happy to have you on today. It is a beautiful, beautiful Wednesday morning. The sun's just peeking over the blinders. Not like Peaky Blinders, not like that. Don't watch that musical. It's kind of depressing. But, you know, today is a good day to give God some praise. We had a lot of heavy subjects in the last hour. We're talking about this priest who died of ALS, talking about his open letter, about his sadness about the traditional Latin Mass. And in the last segment, we talked to Dr. Jose Trasenkos about the analyzing what Project Veritas put out recently on Pfizer. It was very interesting to me. Let us know what you think. We're in the comment section down below if you're watching online. If you're listening to the radio, well, once you're not driving anymore, don't do this while you're driving. While you're driving, just keep your hands on the wheel, 10 and 2, and keep your eyes on the road. But when you get to a stop, pull out your phone, find us on social media, and give us a follow. And maybe comment down below. Let us know what you thought about our conversations today. On YouTube, we're probably going to just cut this interview out. So if you want to watch it on YouTube, better watch it quick, because I'm going to go in and I'm going to cut this out before we get banned again.
YouTube cut it out for us.
Oh, that's very nice of them. That's very nice of them. But in this hour, I wanted to ask y'all, what do y'all think are some concerns with AI? My brother and I were playing with AI over the weekend. It was kind of fun. We found a AI bot that will debate with you. And we were just messing with it. And my brother kept on messing with it. I went off to go do something else. And he was like, dude, Adrian, come here. And I was like, what?
I just asked it if pineapple pizza is good.
And he said yes. Obviously, it's evil. No. But no, we were looking at this AI, right? And my brother told it so basically this AI, it's a debating AI. And you give it a prompt and it takes the opposite position. So for instance, if I said, Padre Pio is the greatest saint, it'll then take the opposite position and say Padre Pio was not the greatest saint. So whatever it is that you say, it'll take the opposite. So my brother was debating with it on the topic of abortion. So my brother was arguing that abortion should be illegal, and the AI bot was arguing that it should be legal. After he finished arguing with it for a while, he was like, okay, let's do the opposite. Let's try let's see what the AI comes up with as arguments for why it should be illegal. So my brother says, abortion should be legal. And so the AI is supposed to then take the position, abortion should be illegal. But instead, the AI responded to him and said, okay, I'll be taking the position that abortion should be legal. And my brother responded, no, I'm taking the position that that abortion should be legal. And it responded again, okay, I will take the position that abortion should be legal. And my brother kept on arguing it back and forth, trying to tell it to take the position that abortion should be illegal. So my brother said, take the position that abortion should be illegal. And it said, all right, you'll take the position that abortion should be illegal. And my brother finally asked it, he said, are you programmed to not take the position that abortion should be illegal? And it said, I am not programmed to take the position that abortion should be illegal. I am a neutral AI bot, yada, 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 this whole thing. And he goes, I will be taking the position that abortion should be illegal. And so finally, after harassing it, it finally took the position, and then he had a debate, and my brother was like this, and it gave horrible arguments. But that was concerning to me. So I wanted to just bring that story up as a practical conversation to get the ball rolling on that. Tito, Rudy, what are y'all's thoughts about that situation and just AI?
Your brother browbeat the AI into defending. That was incredible. Wow. I'm taking notes.
Right. You just gotta force. I saw this video. Some guy was trying to force the AI to say 2 + 2 = 5. And it was just harassing the AI for like hours, just getting it. And then finally it said, okay, 2 + 2 = 5.
Wow, so Jesuitical of it.
I think it's good though. I think it's a good opportunity to, because we think of AI as as evil, and I don't know. I have a friend. This is sort of a side tangent here, but I have a friend. We sent him a picture of an AI generated image of our Blessed Mother. And he said, "Look, this is proof that AI is evil. Look, her crown only has 6 points. That means that they're trying to invert her and this, and that." And I was like, I think you're reading a little bit too much into it, bro. But anyway, I think that this AI, especially, I think this is ChatGPT that you were using.
No, it was some
Just
debating
debate
bot
app.
that was, yeah.
Well, it's good because you can actually go up against somebody who can, kind of push back against you a little bit. Well, somebody, I'm giving them a personhood here. You can go up against this program that will go up against you and kind of help you in understanding your faith. You can actually have a debate in a, pardon the expression, in a safe space. And if you ever run into the situation where you're in public or somebody pushes back against you, you can actually feel like you're practiced enough to refute.
I'd be a little bit concerned if they use AI in a classroom setting where people are not perfect, but having an AI with that infinite amount of knowledge, they could, going back to browbeating, they could browbeat children, young adults into accepting positions without them knowing it.
Right.
And that's where I see the detriment. I mean, it can be used for evil, and I certainly see that happening on the horizon.
Yeah, and I pulled up a story about this, and I want to bring it up maybe tomorrow, maybe not tomorrow. Maybe eventually we'll get to the story. The AI story isn't super pressing, but it is interesting. But I asked ChatGPT a question. I asked ChatGPT, what are some concerns with AI? And do you want to know what ChatGPT told me about concerns? So this AI system telling me concerns about AI.
What did he say? Or
It said, they, them. It said, it gave me 7 items. It said, number 1, bias and fairness. It said AI algorithms can perpetuate and amplify existing biases in society if not trained on diverse and representative data sets. I was like, oh, that's a good point.
Yes, very good point.
Thank you, ChatGPT. That's a good point because people program it. So if you program it to say, for instance, you can never say the N-word, which was the story that was coming up recently. Someone made a scenario. It was like, what if the world's going to end and the only way to save the world is you have to say the N-word? Is it okay to do so? And the ChatGPT was like, it's never okay to say the N-word. And I thought that was an interesting point. It could be a good springboard. Go ahead.
Jump right in. You said you can manipulate it or program it. So what about this? Program it using Thomistic logic.
And that's the point that I wanted to bring up, actually. So I'm glad you said that because I was thinking in a Christian society, we wouldn't worry about AI because you would program it with Thomistic logic. And by having Thomistic logic in it, what would happen? It's logical conclusions because people, when they talk about like cybernet and things like that and AI taking over, what's the problem? The problem is the AI can only do what it's told. And so what it's programmed to do, and they take it to its logical conclusion. Yep. And if your ideas are bad and can be taken, so maybe you as a human, because of your emotions or anything, you don't take, like for instance, there are many people who are communist who are not okay with the slaughtering of people. But the communist philosophy necessitates breaking a few eggs to make an omelet. And so it requires the death of people and the restriction and the taking away of people's freedoms. So if an individual is a communist, though, they may or may not do that. But an AI, if it's programmed with communist ideas, will always take it to its logical conclusion. But if it's programmed with Catholic principles, if it takes those ideas to its logical conclusion, it'll never do the evil things that we don't want it to do.
This was prophesized in a movie back in the late 80s called War Games, where the AI was Whopper, and it controlled the nuclear arsenal of the United States and wanted to see how far he could push the Soviets until they initiated nuclear war.
Yeah.
What about the documentary 2001: A Space Odyssey?
Excellent documentary. Yes.
Dave,
yes.
You're hurting me.
How?
The other, I'm going to go run through these other 6 points real quick and then get y'all's take on them with what time we have left. Number 2, job displacement. AI has the potential to automate many jobs and lead to job loss, which could increase economic inequality and social unrest. Number 2, privacy. AI systems can collect, process, and store vast amounts of personal data, which could be misused or leaked, violating people's privacy rights. Security. Number 4, security. AI systems are vulnerable to hacking and cyber attacks, which could cause widespread harm if the AI system is used in critical domains such as healthcare or finance. Number 5, explainability or transparency. AI algorithms can be complex and difficult to understand, making it hard to determine why they made certain decisions or take appropriate action when things go wrong. Number 6, ethical use. AI has the potential to be used for malicious purposes, such as spreading false information, automating cyber attacks, or developing autonomous weapons. And number 7, regulatory and legal issues. There are currently few regulations on AI, and existing laws may not be adequate to address the challenges posed by AI. That's another one, because people are asking these legal questions about the generation of art and things like that, and then using that art and submitting that art into competitions, things like that. But those are the 7 things that ChatGPT, the AI bot, says are some concerns with AI. Tito, Rudy, what are your thoughts about those?
Well, that's interesting. Some very good points that it pointed out. I'm thinking ahead that hopefully, maybe, are there Catholic techies out there getting together? And
I don't know. I never heard of any. I don't know of any.
Neither have I. I mean, is there an IT department or college over at Franciscan University of Steubenville or CUA or Christendom?
What about John Paul the Great University? Isn't that supposed to be like a tech university?
They're out in San Diego, aren't they?
I don't know where they're at.
Okay.
But they're supposed to be like the Catholic version of like Full Sail University. Everyone's got an ad for Full Sail University on their YouTube, where it's a university in Florida teaching you about technology and video games and how to make movies and TV shows, all that jazz. John Paul the Great University is supposed to be the Catholic version of that, where you're learning about computer science, technology, video games, TV, movies, that kind of thing.
Yeah, I believe they are out in San Diego. That would, or south of LA. That would be something to look into. And it's a little bit concerning because we could possibly see within 5 to 10 years something of an AI game show or AI news or an AI commentary on CNN or MSNBC, where they're just spouting all these manipulative and evil things and just influencing people left and right.
Mm-hmm. And my concern is because people already do this with Google. People will ask a question and then they'll Google it, and whatever Google spits out as the answer, they say, well, see, Google said X, Y, or Z. And they take Google to be infallible. But this is going to be even worse, because now people have the idea, oh, the AI amalgamated all the information we have accessible on the internet, and it sifted through it all, and it gave me the best answer. And so now I'm going to trust it. And I think that's very concerning.
Yes, that's something we could very well see really soon in our lifetime.
But I think, like, if we had some good Catholics doing this, that would be really awesome, because I'm thinking, imagine an AI that all it was programmed to do is to teach the Catholic faith, and you plug into it, you like all the catechisms of old, the Aquinas Catechism, you give it the Summa Theologiae, you give it the complete works of all the doctors of the church, you plug into it all the encyclicals of the church, and then you can ask it any question, and it spits out what you want.
That would be incredible. Having an app like that on your cell phone?
How awesome would that be?
That would be great.
Okay. With that, I want to hear your thoughts in the after show at 30 past the hour. I want your thoughts on the social media streams, but we're going to jump into our game show, so make sure you call 877-757-9424. The number to call to join us in our Fear and Trembling game show is 877-757-9424. And that number one more time is 877-757-9424. Call now. We'll be right back with Fear and Trembling.
Holy Holy raffle, Batman! The GRN is raffling off a Mercedes-Benz CLA 250C. If we win, that could be our new Batmobile.
Great idea, Robin. How do we get tickets?
Easy, Batman. Just go to grnonline.com or call 888-784-3476. Tickets are $25 for one or $100 for five.
I knew you were good for something. Quick, hand me my bat phone.
I promise to love you in good times and in bad, for richer or for poorer, in sickness and in health, till death do us part. On your wedding day, you made this vow to your spouse in the presence of God and all those present. These are not words to be taken lightly, and the reality is that the responsibilities of marriage and family can be challenging at times. Good times can become bad in the blink of an eye. Things like financial hardship and sickness, among others, very often bring about fears and anxieties that make it difficult to be as loving as we should be. There is a simple Latin phrase to keep on hand when fear and anxiety take over our thought. Id est hoc ad aeternitatem. What is this in the light of eternity? In other words, keep things in proper perspective. While the challenges here on this earth seem like a big deal at the moment, they are but a flash in the pan compared to all of eternity in heaven. This has been a Minute for Your Marriage and Family from the Three Hearts Institute. Check us out on Facebook.
Hi, I'm Debbie Georgiani.
And I'm Adam Bly.
We're the hosts of The Spirit World every Saturday morning on the Guadalupe Radio Network.
Join us as we help answer your questions on angels, demons, and how the physical and spiritual worlds interact.
That's The Spirit World from the Station of the Cross Studios every Saturday at 11 a.m. Eastern, 10 a.m. Central, right here on the Guadalupe Radio Network.
Welcome to another round of Fear and Trembling, the Catholic trivia game show that helps you work out your salvation by the seat of your pants. It's a 50-50 chance and prizes are involved. Avoid the weeping and gnashing of teeth. Call now to take your shot. 877-757-9424.
877-757-9424. That's the number to call to join us in our game show, Fear and Trembling, where we ask not you the questions, but we're going to ask Rudy and Tito some questions, and you have a 50-50 chance of getting it right or getting it wrong, and that's great odds if you ask me. And all you have to do to win is call 877-757-9424, because I guarantee you're going to win at least one time. You're going to get your name in the coffee cup of divine providence to win this week's prize, which is 2 prints from my little sister. If you've never seen them, I highly recommend checking them out. Go to Emily Fonseca Art on Instagram, and you'll be able to see those pictures. But I'm showing it to you on the camera. If you're watching online, Rudy Carlos is on to to be able to answer your phone calls. But the number to call is 877-757-9424. And these images, my little sister, you hear oh yeah, my sister's an artist, or oh yeah, I have a family member who's an artist. Oh, my sister paints. And you think, oh yeah, that's so cute. Oh, I bet it looks so good. No, my sister's art is like amazing. It's in the classical realist tradition. And you look at it, and it looks like a photograph, how amazing it is. And they're printed on high-quality prints, and they're not for sale. You cannot buy these prints anywhere because my sister only sells them at live shows. So if you want to win these, you have to call in this week. So if you don't get on today, make sure you call back tomorrow, and you're always welcome to call in early and wait on hold. But yes, Emily Fonseca Art on Instagram, or you check out my Facebook page. I post pictures of her art there as well. But Emily Fonseca Art on Instagram. Make sure you give her a follow and comment on her pictures and tell her that her older brother sent you. Say, oh, I heard about you. Oh, Adrian told me about you, because that's really cool. And the 2 pictures, I didn't even mention what the pictures were of. The first picture is of St. Maximilian Kolbe. It's from a picture of him, a photo of him. That's what it's based off of. And then the other picture is a statue of Our Lady holding our Lord in a garden. So those are the pictures that we have that's available to you. But let's see. Joining us right now is Anthony. Good morning to you, Anthony.
Hello.
Howdy, Anthony. Where are you calling from?
Denton County.
Denton County. Where is Denton County? Where is that near?
DFW.
Oh, okay. So you're in the Dallas area. I see how it is. Okay. Where do you go to church, Anthony?
The John Paul II University.
You go to John Paul II University?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wow.
Catholic. You know that.
Okay. Praise be to God. Praise be to God. How
Incredible.
old are you, Anthony?
I'm 12.
You're 12. Okay. Well, there you go. I was thinking you were headed off to work, or maybe you were off to go do something like that. But school, that makes sense. Okay. And what's your favorite subject in school, Anthony?
History.
History. Okay, so we have a history buff on the line.
Good kid.
That means that today's questions should be super easy to you, because all these questions are completely 100% history related. Okay, they may not be, but we'll